Page 34, Circus March. At least it's page 34 in my book. It may be a different page number in yours, but the arrangement should be the same. So what I'm going to do is refer to this, because it's 2 pages, I'm going to say first page or second page. Because if I keep saying page 34 or 35, it may confuse you because your page numbers are different. So I'll just say first page or second page. Let's look it over. It's 2 pages long. Treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature. When the key is C major, make sure you can do the C major scale. 4/4 time signature, we've had all that before. I see a bunch of quarter notes and eighth notes and things, and they give you an awful lot of finger numbers, so they're trying to help, because there's different ways of fingering this kind of thing. You see all the accidentals, these are chromatic passages, and there's different ways of fingering chromatic passages. Depends on what the music needs. Let's cover it one hand at a time and see if we can figure out the rhythm and the fingering and all that. Starting in the right hand here. That puts your hand here. Now I'm going to connect everything at first. So we'll do all these staccatos and things later. So it's 1 and 2 and then 3. And then thumb. They're doing the chromatic passage fingering where the third finger plays the black key. And the thumb plays most of the white keys, and that's all this is. You're here, thumb, thumb. That's fine. I mean, as I said, there's other fingerings, but we could stick with this. Going on, third measure, same thing, different notes. Now here we need a 2 because there's no black key in here. Otherwise, we'd use here and then use thumb on the or middle finger on the black key, but. So here's 2, and 3, reach down, 2, 1. Now, second line, last measure, it's 2, 3 here because of what's coming. We need the thumb down here. This is just a chromatic passage going up. And then scrunch up and you do it again. Go over to page 35, second line. You get the chords because the melody's in the left hand. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's nice. And then the 5/7 chord. 1 and. Okay. Let's go down to the 4th line down on the second page here. It's D sharp, A. 1 and 2. Using second finger keeps the hand out here. You want to use thumb. Can, but your hand is up in here. I don't recommend it here. And then going on, you have to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just a C major scale going down. This is one of the advantages if you can do the scales, if you're doing them regularly. When you run across them in music, and you will a lot, you just play them. They just happen. If you don't do the scales, work on them, then you struggle trying to get this smooth and even. Nah. Left hand was just starting out with chords. Okay. Got the 1 chord and the 5/7 chord. Okay. Let's go second page, second line. This is, well, first line, last 2 measures. It's here, 2, thumb. This way we're in position to go on. So those eighth notes. 3, 1. If you're doing the scales, you can do this. And then the second line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, chromatic thumb. Third line, you're up here. Thumb. You can figure this out. At the bottom, the last 2 measures, that's a C major scale going down. Put the hands together. Now when I first put the hands together, I'm just trying to figure out which fingers on each hand are going. Here we got the chord here, and then nothing, and you get the chord later on here, nothing. Second line here, okay, and third line is just, most of it's the right hand. Let's go to the second page at the top. Now these are half notes on the left hand. See, when I play the A, the left hand comes up. And then they want you to come up here. The second page, first line. on the second and third measure. In the right hand, you have, and then here, lift up and move. You can do that if you want. I don't care for that fingering at all. I don't like doing that. So to do that, I would have to adjust it. Well, that's fine. We can do that because on the E's, there's 3 E's there. I can change finger or hand positions on the repeated notes. So I can use thumb on here, and I can get away with it even with big fat fingers because I'm only playing black keys. And that way, with the half note, I can use third finger or second, either one. And then 4, 4, 5, 4. I just adjust it just a little bit, just so I don't have to make that awkward move. So I'm just here, thumb. It's easier actually if you do second finger. Then use 3, 5. Try that if you like it. It just avoids that move. See, fingering is kind of a personal thing. You have to decide for you, or your teacher will help you decide for you how you're going to do it. If it's different from the book, you pencil it in and stick with it. Now the second line here, this is what throws me. When I first learned this as a little kid, I couldn't do this because I was used to playing the melody in the right hand. And the chords in the left, now it's backwards, and it's here. 1 and 2. Just throws me to have to do that, synchronizing the hands like that. Anyway, you go through and put the hands together, then go through it a few hundred times or whatever and get rid of the hesitations. Keep it slow, but no hesitations. A steady beat throughout. It is a march. Left, right, left, okay, steady beat. You don't have to go that fast, but steady. Then we'll think about the articulation. On the staccatos, I'm flexing at the wrist and it's short. Accent. Second measure is an accent. And the lift up. Now, third line down, that's not an staccato here, but it is an eighth note. Lift up when I do that. And I tend to connect the notes between the second and third measures on the third line. If you want to lift up, go ahead. But I tend to connect them. On the second page then, second line here, connect that. See, this is a contrast to what we were doing before. It was very staccato-y, very, this is all smooth here. This isn't. Do the best you can, but this melody we want connected. Just connect it. The last 2 lines there, you do get some accents. Make sure you accent them. Go down to the 4th line on that page, about the 3rd measure. We have an F sharp here. Accent. Just separate these just a hair. It just helps to bring out the accent. Because on a piano, we can't do a true accent. All we can do is play it a little louder. But this helps them. As I play this, I'm going to leave the. So it's not, I'm not playing it like an eighth note. It's longer than an eighth note, but it's just, right after I play that, I lift up. And then here. Yeah, so put in the accents there too. Then once you have an idea of the articulation, then we try the dynamics. And that applies to the melody, wherever it is. Forte is loud. These chords need to be in the background. It makes the accented notes a very loud note. Now, third third line down, you're going to come down so you can go back up. Don't get loud again until the A and the G. See, they have the F in the last measure. I think it belongs in the middle of the previous here. I'd be loud there. And then, now on the second page in the second line, it's the second section. See, we have section A at the beginning, and this is section B. It says loud. Forte, that's the melody. And you're thinking, well, why does it say loud? Because we're already loud. I mean, once they give you a dynamic, you stick with it till you get something else. And the idea here is, first off, it's a separate section, so they're going to give you its own symbols for that section, although they don't have to. But just in case, while you're interpreting this, you may have come down a little bit at the end of the line. You may have come down. Ba-da-da. That's all. They're telling you, make sure this is loud here. The chord in the background. Crescendo. No. I'm going to suggest on the beginning of that crescendo, those eighth notes come down to moderately loud and go back up to loud. We don't need to get very loud here. Just come down. There. Come, then go back up to loud. So again. Then on the fourth line down, the same thing. Second measure where you have that crescendo, come down to moderately loud and go back up to loud. Because these accented notes now are going to be very loud because of the accent, because the accent takes it up a notch. Just in the left hand, not the right hand. So, first ending. That's only about a moderately loud. That's been in the background. It stays there. It's the left hand. On the last measure at the bottom, they're accented. Both hands. There's no melody here, so it's both hands. It's just a chord. It's like a coda. Remember, a coda is a tag on the end of a piece, and a coda can be any length. Well, this is like a coda. It's like about 2 measures long because the piece ended with the first beat of the second ending here. That's it. We're done. The rest of this is like a tag on the end or a short coda type. Now, once you have a handle on the dynamics, we'll think about the speed. It's a march. Generally speaking, it's felt in 2. Left, right. But it has to be accurate. So that comes first. What can you do accurately? You find the hardest part in here, wherever it is. I don't know, because it's going to be different for different people. What can you do that accurately? That's your speed. You'll go through and play the pieces in the book or that you played and enjoy playing them. You'll do them over and over and over. As time goes on and you get better at piano, you'll be able to go faster and you'll do them better. That's fun. thing. You don't have to go that fast. This is it. If that's your speed, that's fine. It says moderate march, left, right, but again, it's usually felt in 2. Left, right, left, right, left, right. I think here, though, we're filling it in 4. You're just playing a left, right, left, right, left, right. About that speed is fine. Yeah. Can you get into it and you start feeling this, you're going to get a little louder and softer as you feel these. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics. I'll do the staccatos and accents, but that's it. And we're going to do the repeat. You know how first and second endings work and all that, I hope, because you have them on the second page. You do the first ending and repeat back through the reverse repeat sign up above. And you do it again and then do the second ending the second time. I'll give us 4 counts. Let's try it together very slowly. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and. And 4 and.